Hello everyone and welcome to Arcane Focus D&D for Trials of VinTear Session 24. If this is your first time joining us, then please like the video, subscribe, follow the bell, smash it, I don't care.
Follow the
all
bell.
that lovely stuff.
Follow the bell.
Yeah. I'm your DM Mike, and joined with me are my amazing players. Say hello everyone.
Hey.
Hello.
We're all here. I'm joined by Steve, Nick,
Hello.
Amber, Temple,
Hello.
and Titan.
Howdy.
Oh boy. Well, if this is your first time joining us, obviously do the whole things, but also this is a pre-recorded episode if you're watching on Twitch or any other live stream platform. So if you're talking right now, you can't see chat. So join us on YouTube for all of our VODs, as well as for tomorrow for Short Rest, which is a beautifully 10-minute we smash all of the 2 hours into 10 minutes. And you can get your session recap that way. No D20 rolls today before we get into the recap. But hey, by the time this video comes out, this is probably very, very old news. But if you are a person with a fleshy part that sits right underneath the neck, aka the chest, and you probably wear those cloth coverings that we call shirts, then you can buy our shirts. Stand up. You can get, we have two amazing shirts from our Mage Hand line, which is the Wizard of Change, which is what I'm wearing right now for our amazing transmutation wizard, Legati.
I was wondering where you were going with the chest part. That's why I was like, hold up a second.
Are we being sponsored by a bra company?
Yeah, that's what I thought. I was like, no, I veto.
And then we have our second shirt, once again, part of our Mage Hand collection, called the Magic Mixologist, which is based off of our NPC Moscow. You can buy either shirts on our PT Public page. So look it up. There's a bunch of other content there as well. We have our Lunar Cafe shirt out there. We have a Gina Lee one. We have a bunch of stickers. It's really cool. But that's no rolls today, guys. Today was pretty easy. We got some new stuff. We wanted to showcase it.
Freedom!
I know. You'll come back.
No,
Just like, oh my god. that's the next one. Who's ready for a quick recap? Wonderful. Tension in the air with the smell of ash and ozone as Phoenix turns with a punch after the offender stands a few feet away. Wakia, a Haragon, aka Rabbitkin woman, standing there eyeing the party but focused on Phoenix. And in an instant, Arrow pulls from this strange magic as a fog cloud was dropped where the entire party stood. Just as we hear Wakia yelling out, "Oh, what's wrong? Why hide? Minty! Box him!" The walls begin to move, and so does our party. We see a scene of more Steva and Arrow taking strikes, casting spells on the white thunder-coated monk, with Legati stepping out, and with further insight, seeing Phoenix's being, and hastes her with the buildup of the shift and movement of the Salal, causing our fire genasi to burn with a bright light. As she took off with her newfound speed, going on top of one of the roofs, finding a hidden tiefling, only to find out it was an illusionary double. Legati, holding tight on some of the Salal's charge within Phoenix, was racing to investigate the shifting and moving illusions with Phoenix's help, learning that they had a tactile element to them. And not only that, but the changes in construction within the world almost became effortless to this other wizard on the field. Still, with some heavy spells in hand, Legati, you caused some serious damage to save your friends, as well as to bring them back up from the brink of death, and we'll get to more of that in a moment. Morse, with magical teleportation in hand, you were able to rush towards this forward guard member, flanking with your companions and taking blow after blow. But after some time, the damage was too much. Your duty as a savior and protector served you well, but only for you to take a final blow, and you were knocked out. You were later than saved by Legati with a wither and bloom. Diva, your flesh splits as you growl and transform, attacking the Haragon until the sight of the real wizard caught your nose. Using your speed, you raced across the field, putting a monstrous fear into the skinny tiefling's heart, causing him to summon an illusionary dragon and teleporting away. Arrow, your fog cloud protected the crew for as long as it could, and you raced into the fray, dealing and taking damage just to the best of them, but it wasn't until a decisive blow from Akia brought you down, and your life and your soul left your body. Phoenix would fight. The fight was tiresome, frightful, and as you and Wakia raced around on the field with tremendous speed, near the end of the fight, a choice had to be made. Chase her, or do something to save Arrow and the rest of your friends. The fight ended with the party figuring out what to do, only to see Phoenix grabbing Legati and asking almost violently to help fix this. And in a flash, we see that we're back within Teller's living space. The Spectre spoke to our wizard gnome, agreeing to be the unwavering hand to help, and together we can. Using both our figures, Legati as well as Teller, we're able to bend the Salal, and coming out of this vision, Legati demanded Phoenix to strike him. Damaging him with a pressure point hit, Legati was pulled from unconsciousness into death, as now 2 party members have died. But speaking of death, Arrow, with your form now past your mortal coil, you find yourself back into that endless void at the sea. And as the captain begins to take you as one of the crewmates alongside your brother, a river of change begins to pull you back to the living. And a flow races and tethers between Arrow and Legati as they both come back from the brink of death. Arrow now sporting 2 green eyes, now permanent. And Legati, the form and the new skills you've learned were able to save you from the brink of death, but now switching you for what you used to be to what you now are, sporting a more feline form. We rejoin the party. You know what? We don't have to showcase this for the audience, but for the sake of just continuity. Oh no, I got rid of it. So no, you guys are currently still in this sort of pathway halfway to the Bordeaux, leaving the hotspot. As you guys are currently catching your breath, looking around, Wakia has left, and you are fairly certain that the wizard has teleported away.
Question for the DM. Is it 2 green eyes or 2 blue eyes?
You have 2... oh, wait. I think it's 2 blue eyes. Your brother
Okay.
blue?
Yes.
That's what it is.
Perfect, thank you. Then yeah.
No.
Upon waking up, the first thing Arrow asks is, "What did you people do?"
I think Legati is as a tabaxi now. Legati is laying on the ground, clutching that vial with the tears in it, because it's that was one win in a string of losses. But I think Legati doesn't sit up or get up or anything. It's just speaking, laying on his back on the ground. We have entered into a bargain with Teller, the lighthouse keeper, to do some as yet unspecified things in the service of him and or his view of the Salal. Don't know what those are right now, but seems to have worked. Brought you back. Look at myself. Brought me back in a changed form. That's pretty much all I know for now.
I think Phoenix tackles Legati, but in a hug.
Yeah. Do you do 6 hit points of damage?
No, I healed you. I used my last 2 key points for you
Monks,
and Arrow.
Yeah.
They're dangerous.
Yeah.
So Rabbit and Wizard are gone. We need to get out of here. At least somewhere to rest.
Should we try to get to the hotel and lay low? our plant guy place. That's the only place I know that's like maybe safe. He said he had ways of like keeping it safe.
If she wanted us dead, she would have just finished me off. She made me make a choice.
She also was hurting very, very badly.
Yeah.
She came close enough, but
So,
going to have to be very careful in this city from now on.
so does that mean we're officially on the Fort Scar shit list?
Yeah.
We should get out of the city.
We were supposed to be going for the dirt, right? Why don't we just do you feel I was gonna say, are we in enough energy to leave? Then I look at Legati and Arrow, I'm like, never mind.
No. Just gonna help Arrow up and then help
Yeah.
Legati up and just
I know, I just
Try
start
carry.
kind of I'm still dog phone nudging Legati up. Come on.
Hotel first, I think, at least for a night of rest, and then we can consider our options. But I also have no particular love for this city at this time, so I'm not against going basically anywhere else in the entire world other than this city at this point. We keep like the places we go keep ending up sucking, and we have to leave them. That happened at the pier, and now it's happening here.
Dude,
This place
observation.
anywhere Yuka goes.
Yeah.
We see a scene of all 5 of you collecting your things. Keeping a sharp eye out for any sort of strange movements or occurrences that would sort of trigger a little bit of a fight or flight response. All of you start to continue forward until once again you see the 2-story the 2-story inn, the Bordeaux, connected by a sky bridge on the 2nd story. You can hear there's a bit of music and chatter coming from the right-hand side on the 1st floor, which is the like tavern space, a lot of where people enjoy themselves, getting some drinks and food. And to the left, as you can look inside, you can see sort of ruffled hair of like the top half of the head of Kristoff, who's currently is on the desk sleeping, sort of head down. Vines, plant life still intertwined within the roots and the wood here within the tavern and inn. So yeah, you're currently in the middle of the street, looking at both ends.
I'm gonna go inside and get some rest, or actually go on the roof if I can.
Should we wake up Kristoff to at least let him know that we're back?
I think he's
Leave
probably
a note.
gonna need to sleep.
Yeah, I'll grab a piece of paper and a pen and just write him a note and say, hello, we've returned. This is Legati. I was a gnome. I'm currently a cat person, but it won't last very long. Do not be alarmed. We'll talk tomorrow. And like tuck it under his arm.
Oh yeah, I guess that would be alarming.
Some people are not used to these sorts of things.
I don't think these are the type of things you're supposed to get used to.
You go to Kristoff, this sleeping form, super quiet, like very, very quiet. You start to lift up his arm slightly just to put the paper underneath it, and his arm feels so light, like it doesn't feel like it weighs anything. You then hear movement in the back door where his bed is. It sort of shifts open. And a Kristoff walks out.
Oh.
I sorry. It shed. Plant stuff. It's weird. Hello. New friend. Hi there.
Oh, same friend, different body.
I hand him the note. This should explain everything. I'm like tipping my cap. Like, you remember the hat?
You're all very weird.
Listen.
We're in the right place then.
But welcome. Late night. If you're looking to rest, no bother.
We were attacked in the street by a couple of members of the forward guard who seemed like they would like to kill us. So, heads up on that, I guess, security-wise.
My friend, if they could not find them, if the little fairy friend could not find me, they can't find me either.
That's a very good point.
I will ensure that your traces are not found. No love for
I'm
the
ready
forward
to go
guard.
to the room. Yeah.
You all start to make your way upwards, opening the door, and you are once again greeted by the numerous sort of couches and the lazy boy, and then there's the two beds out there, and just being in a comfortable space where you can see all angles and they're not moving is enough. Anything you do before rest comes?
I would like to go to Legati. I guess I owe you my thanks.
Legati just waves his hand and says, I'm sure you would have done the same for me. Well, maybe not literally the exact same thing, but something else suitably weird. You'll get a chance to return the favor. I don't have a lot of hit points, or I say whatever the real world equivalent.
Yeah, I hope I can. So, you know what? Never mind. Tomorrow question. It's fine.
Tomorrow.
Thank you. And then I'll go sit on one of the beds and I'll pull out. Did I ever finish carving that one piece I've been working on?
I think you have.
I think I'll continue working on that.
Anyone else?
Phoenix is just sitting in a corner, not looking at anybody. She's just going through her stuff.
There's a patio outside.
Yeah,
Yeah.
she's out there. I don't think she's gonna really sleep.
The somber energy in this room is throwing Diva off.
There was a party next door.
Moors is dozing off into slumber. He's too tired due to the events that have transpired. So
Yeah.
he's just...
That's fair. Almost bouncing on the bed for a hot second as you sort of give all your weight down. Well, if no other specific actions are done, eventually all of you find a moment to fall asleep. Unless you were fairly serious, Phoenix, that you do not wish to take a long rest.
She will eventually, but she doesn't sleep inside. She sleeps outside.
Okay. Sun rises after the stars, and it's a cold morning. Sort of gives a chill, and there's a bit of frost on the floor outside. Especially you would see this, Phoenix, but everyone is able to take a long rest unimpeded.
Woohoo. I need some food to work on that, to get rid of one level of exhaustion. I have
Before-
rations. I'll just have one of those. Just wake up in the middle of the night and eat a ration and go back to sleep.
Before we go downstairs and eat, I'm gonna say Diva noticed Phoenix slept outside and goes to her.
I mean, she's probably already awake. She just doesn't look like she's just sitting, not talking.
Meditating.
Yeah.
Well, at least you didn't run this time.
Thinking about it.
Why, every emotional strength you try to distance, I don't understand. Especially in this case. There is somebody you actually care about that's in there that you could be with.
I'm tired of proving what they call me right. I think part of me thinks I should just go home.
No, because then you'll really be proving them right.
It doesn't matter anymore. I don't think. Not right now.
Look, I don't think I'm gonna get through you, and I know you don't really particularly like me. But I'm here if you want to talk.
I like you. You're just weird, but that's the vibe of this whole group. So take that what you will.
Yeah, says the woman that likes to run all the hours of the morning just because she's pissed off.
I'm not.
Or not,
pissed.
actually. Just likes to run.
I train Diva because that's the one thing I'm good at.
I think you sell yourself short.
Well, I don't know. Yesterday was too much of proof.
So we'd had a loss. Big whoop. We're still alive. We get to fight another day. I just shake my head and I'm all like, I'm gonna go eat. Go back inside.
She just waits there. I don't think it's one of the few times she doesn't go down for food.
Yeah.
She's just thinking.
The words just ring in your head constantly. Some truth to it. But regardless, everyone else is able to go downstairs, cross the sky bridge, and go down to where the tavern is, where they're currently serving breakfast and coffee and drinks and anything else just to get your day started. Still, even within the inn, this part of the building still has those intertwining vines and plant matter that go in between the wood planks in here. Sort of the bartender. It's not really like a waiter system. It's more like just call out what you need. Morning. You need anything?
Coffee, bacon, toast, cheese if you have it.
Oh, menu.
Fresh melon. Everyone's gonna get like an Irish coffee.
Irish coffee. Yeah.
Actually, that sounds really good. I'll have same.
I'll bring around. Brought some food, some drinks, breakfast. Eventually, Phoenix, I'm assuming you're come downstairs.
Yeah, it takes her a little bit, but she eventually does.
Some time passes, and a bit of a morning person, sort of Kristoff, walks in. Doesn't go to your table immediately, just sort of gives you like a nod, like recognizing you guys. Still gives like Legati still a face, like that's got to be a new form I got to be used to. And shifts over to the bartender and starts to talk. You hear there's a bit of like a business discussion, like we need to order more of these, and sure that we're not low in stock. Their food is on the house. They've had a lot. And then shifts over to your table. Sleep fare you all well, at least. Yeah. Okay. Hey, listen. Sorry that you ran into your forward guard. That sounded like a very stressful situation.
Something like that.
But I don't want to be a pain. I just wanted to ensure if you felt if you would still be up to helping me.
Yeah, I mean, we said we would. We're still going to do it. I think Legati just asked do you have any particular leads or learned anything new since last we spoke?
I have, yes. So apparently the old lady who was running the takeaway was spotted somewhere in the marketplace. And I'm not sure that means that she is a buyer or if she has a new shop, but I have not heard if she had opened anything else. So she's...
Do you know what she looked like?
Older woman, a human. She got it's like pale skin, white hair, older. One braid, lot of flowy dresses, blue. At least the last I saw her in.
It's more than nothing.
Good luck, and I appreciate it. Taps your table, begins to walk off.
Eventually, Arrow's gonna want to like. Where are there mirrors here?
Yeah, there's it's like one of those Chotsky like places where occasionally you'll walk by and it'll not just have a mirror, but it would be like a mirror with like an engraving underneath. It's like home sweet home situation. You can find a way to do that.
Passing by one, he would catch eyes with himself and just kind of like stop and stare in his own reflection. And then if like there's a mirror in like a bathroom or something, he's gonna go there and just like make eye contact with himself for a prolonged period of time.
Roll me a wisdom save.
That's what I like to hear. Oh, I rolled well. 17.
17. You feel that there is a tether that has not been broken. And I will leave it in your hand because you made the save, meaning that you have a bit more of a understanding and control of this moment. Do you follow the tether or do you step back from it?
I'm gonna follow it.
You lean in, looking at blue eyes. And as you reopen, you cannot control where your eye and vision go to, but you're in a black void with a soft green illuminated plank, sort of rafters and sort of side ends of a ship. You can hear, "Men! Move out! To the side!" You can almost see, like, you're not turning left, but you see the person turn. And you hear a lot of people respond, but you hear, "Yes, Captain." And you recognize the voice. And have to separate from that for a brief moment, and there is a connection with the place beyond.
I'll eventually try to pull myself back to my own body and just like stand there a little bit, like gripping the edge of the sink. After a few minutes, wash my face off with water, dry it, and then head back to my group.
Nick, does the Solal have a symbol? Or is it just a thing?
Doesn't have a symbol because it's constant change. So any symbol would have to be something that's always in flux, I think. Yeah, I think there would be like, if we would flow from the metaphors, it would be like, you know, the mask or a removed mask or something like that would be, you know, the metaphorical symbol. But I mean, it's not a god. It doesn't have worshippers or, you know, so it's like there's no real need for it to have a symbol. And the Solal is just like, you know, it's a word. I don't know if it's the right word or anything like that.
Okay. Noted.
Yeah, I mean, I'm spending a lot of time thinking, like, do I have any sense from the conversation I had with Teller, the lighthouse keeper, like, when I will know what we need to do? Or is it just he'll ask or notify us at some point and then we will have to do it?
Teller is tethered spatially to wherever you're holding the skull. And you get a sense that the further along you start to travel and explore and learn, the more information he's going to gather. He has theories of what may help him become untethered. But yeah, it's more or less of, when I find out, I'm going to let you know. He has theories, but he can't really, it's unfair to expand upon them unless he knows for sure.
Gotcha. All right, so he'll surprise us.
That's lovely.
Yay.
We owe him, so we'll do it. I think Legati, as we're finishing breakfast and everything, is like, well, you know, we could go take the dirt in. You know, I don't look the same, so maybe it's safer for me to go, but I also feel like perhaps if we were to go to this market in a public place, I don't know if the forward guard will be so quick to jump on us, but
I mean, we're closer to that lead. We have a description. We have a scent. Might be worth it.
I think we
Still
owe
me.
it to this guy a little bit. He
Yeah.
kept us safe this long.
Plus, if we're in a public place, they'll be that bold to attack us in a public place.
I mean, the fairy attacks Kristoff in a public place all the time.
Yeah, but we've been seen in public. Kristoff is a giant plant monster.
I'm pretty sure we're on the same wavelength with the forward guard and give a shit what we look like.
Besides, anyone who dies in the process will be resurrected by the crown.
oh yeah, that helps, I guess.
So, I don't think there's really any risk for them to attack around other civilians.
Does Errol says it in that flat tone?
Yeah.
Wow, Diva's just like, what is happening?
It's been a rough
He's just like,
48
I
hours.
would say he's been like staring into his cup. He's not really been looking at you guys during this conversation.
What is happening?
I think
Okay.
Phoenix will go over and tap your chest where she burned that mark into it. It should be healed by now.
I'll check.
I healed you, so technically it shouldn't have hurt when I did it.
Everything hurt when I woke up. So.
Also, random question, Legati. Can I pet you?
I think raised eyebrow, quirking ear. Is,
You
Tail-
look
I don't see why
soft.
not.
Tail does that thing where it's like,
Yeah,
A bit thoughtful. Flick.
You could say no, Legati. You know that, right?
I'm not sure how many times I'm going to have the opportunity. Maybe it's very good in this form. I'm due to be a human in something like 30 hours, so I don't want it then. I know that for sure. But
that's so
Lord.
good.
You just look soft. Is that a yes?
why not?
Diva starts petting Legati.
I'm gonna go walk out
We
over
never
there.
really we asked this, but we didn't decide what is the fur, what is the coat color.
Yeah,
Did we
Legati's
decide?
a medium hair, medium length fur, like scraggly gray
Fluffy.
cat. So yeah, so it's not the nicest fur, but it's it's
In Diva's mind, it looks
Yeah.
soft, so it's just like, ooh.
yeah.
I don't know, I think I like this more than the gnome.
But yeah.
It's like,
This
I like
is
you,
no
Legati,
weird.
but I think I like this more than the gnome.
This will be an interesting diversion for the time it remains.
All right. Reckoning. Where are we going?
Marketplace?
Marketplace.
Is there anywhere along the way where it's like selling cloaks? Anything with a hood?
Oh yeah, I put my hood.
Something to obscure
And
my
this.
figure.
Yeah, I'll say it's incidental money. You can find sort of like a side shop somewhere. You guys are still in the stone steps where it's very clumped in very tight alleyways. So it's one of those things where you don't feel like you're out in the open. There's always a way for you to like see a wall in a corner so you can sort of ensure that you're moving slowly. Even there are moments when you're sort of making your way northwards towards the market center, where guards do pass you. Peacekeepers definitely do sort of pass by, giving a wave, giving a nod, just sort of even locking eyes with all five of you, just sort of morning and continue moving.
Yeah, there's not like wanted posters in the city for us, right? It's
No.
not like, and we helped the guard, not the forward guard. We saved people and guards. Like, I think the forward guard's doing their own thing. I don't think we're wanted criminals in the eyes of the city.
That's kind of my point. There's only one group of people that really have it out for us. The rest of the town, I don't think cares.
Yeah, it's a shame they're so damn hard to beat in a fight.
For now.
You continue forward, and you eventually the tight corners of the stone steps start to give away, and you enter the new district of the market center, where there is just you'll see occasionally like a brick and mortar building in the middle of this like stone yard. It is just stone with grooves, and there are just rows and rows and rows of like these like pop-up shops and tents and coverings, and across some of them, like across the way where people are walking, there are like these strips of blue that go from back and forth to just push back a little bit of the sunlight. You're full on at an outdoor market, full on swap meet. As you're currently out there, there are numerous people selling clothing and books, and there's like fruits and vegetable carts. People are like, they brought like little small stoves, and they're currently cooking food for people. There is just rows and rows of like just shops, little shops here and there, and occasionally you'll see large tents that take up a good chunk of space. The smell of fresh baked bread fills the air. Occasionally you'll sort of have to make room for livestock that is being sort of pulled across and sort of led to a larger emptied space where it just smells like animal dung, as they're currently auctioning off livestock for those who wish to buy some. How do you begin your search?
Put up
use your nose.
Yeah, just a perception, just a viewing, glancing at, mostly for buyers. Like, is there anyone in particular who appears to be buying something weird?
Rolling perception check. So you're doing that. You have a focus on the people and who may be buying. What is everyone else doing?
You said a tent,
Morse
right?
would like to assist.
Assist. All right, you are assisting Arrow. Arrow, you're going to roll with advantage.
So do I have disadvantage because it's daylight?
That means you have a
So
straight roll.
it's straight roll? Great, because the first thing I rolled was a nat 20.
Oh, good.
So,
Hey.
plus 2. So 22.
Good team there.
Yeah, thank you, more.
Morse is
I
like,
did not
here,
know
hold
that.
on.
Friend, I have you.
Morse is a tall person. You're like, let me stand in the way of the sun real quick.
Oh, that'd be lovely.
The giraffe.
I will be your shield.
So bright. Diva, Phoenix, and Legati, how are you beginning your search?
I'm looking for like the little tent he described, but I asked Diva if she wants to use her nose. Like, she got the scent off of him a little bit.
I'll go ahead and do that. I was thinking that. I was all like, should I just start trying to like talk to people, see if I pick up his trail? But I could do that.
Can I give her advantage?
Because she's using her smell,
Oh.
she already has advantage.
Okay. I'm just looking for a tent.
So
I'll
nat 20
just be
19.
right.
Wow.
I'm kind of just wandering around, getting used to my new senses. So I don't think I'm going to be particularly good at this. I have disadvantage because I'm exhausted, and I have disadvantage on my next 2 rolls because I used the cursed luck stone. So I'm just along for the ride. But I would like to burn one of the luck stone disadvantages at least. So.
Yeah, if you want to start looking, that is an active thing that Legati can start doing.
Yeah, I think it's like using my new senses, and also like, what do I know about the city, this particular market, anything about the description of the woman, give me any pings for anything in particular.
Rolling perception check with disadvantage.
Yeah. Ooh, that would have been good, but it will not be. It's a 10. I'm proficient in perception now, so that's temporarily.
And then Phoenix, what are you doing?
She's just looking around for the tent. She's just kind of like looking over. She's used to maneuvering a market very quickly.
Sure. Roll me a perception check. And I'm going to go from lowest to highest. We'll see what the results are.
20. 24.
Okay. First and foremost, Legati, I think the phrase of "I'm trying to get used to my new form" is kind of apt, as having a tail is weird, and there's a moment of as a
That's
wagon
something.
rolls over the tip of the tail. And you're like,
Oh.
and so like immediately the hair stands up and the claws just instinctually and just like, and then sort of grab the tail. I'm like, all right. Yeah, just sort of a bit of a distraction happening.
Wrap it around you like a belt, or hit people
Oh.
with it. Either one.
Either way.
Yeah, just holding it
Why don't
close as I wander
Why don't you
around.
just tuck it into your coat?
Yeah, tuck.
Try that.
Diva, smelling on the wind. I think with your help, Diva, it's a large space, and you're smelling so many new senses of like, fruits, vegetables, and cooked meats, and breads and cheeses. And you're like, with a 19, you have to cut it all out. Just and leather, steel, something flowery, something along that lines. And you can't tell exactly where it's coming from, but you smell something metallic, sour on the wind.
Mm-mm.
And I'll say with the 19, Dee was able to lead you guys into a particular section of the marketplace. It smells of rot. This weird smell.
If I'm leading them there, what's the visual? Like, this is what I'm smelling, but what do we see?
Like of Diva doing this?
No. If
Like
Like
her
what-
like
how Diva
surroundings.
perceives
what's
Yeah.
the surrounding like? If I'm leading them there,
Oh.
what's the surrounding? What does that look like?
There's a couple of there's still some rows that stop at a certain point. There's about 2 large tents in this section. There's also a stage as currently performances are going on. And on the opposite end of sort of like this crisscross of tents, as well as sort of the small little stands in the stage, there's also like a like a fenced off area where a lot of livestock are currently kept. There's a lot of goats currently, just sort of, you can hear them just sort of full on making noises, intertwining with the sound of people shopping. I'm gonna natural 20 is always gonna be my winner, so natural 20 is gonna come last, but 24 is really good. And I think it makes sense for you, Phoenix, that you sort of have a 24. Keeping an eye out. You see obviously the 2 tents here. And more than likely have to walk around to sort of get a sense of like any signage or anything that would indicate what they're there for. But as you're currently walking around, you're getting close to the stage, and you hear someone on a horn trying to mimic a roar, like. You just have to sort of shift over to the right, and there is a stage where there is 2 gnomes currently puppeteering, like almost large scale, like we're talking like Broadway type of situation where like people are out there with a fake golden wings and a dragon's head that is like puppeteered with like sticks, like full on like Chinese New Year.
Mm-hmm.
And they're flapping it, and in the middle, this little opening that's clearly they're not standing on this paper mache thing, are 3 figures. One of them with an axe outwards, and you see this guy walk up to a podium and goes, "Upon the back of a golden dragon, our heroes fly." You see this woman with purple hair go, "Look out! An arcane cannon! Stand back, my cubs! I'll slice that blast in half!" Then you see a little like feline woman go, "Get down, you idiot!"
I think she goes and sits for a second. Like she fully gets distracted just because her connection to that.
And then with a nat 20, an arrow, you're watching the people. And out of the 2 tents, the one that has sort of like this, like white and yellow coloration, sort of a trim of yellow. People are going in and out of that way more. And you smell the air. And even, you don't have a nose like Diva. But even you can smell the scent of like floral arrangements and something sweet, something earthy. And there is a little tea shop. Well, not little, but a fairly large tea shop.
I'll point it out to the party. I think we should start there.
Something is in the air that's super sour coming from there, so I think you're right. Shall we?
Let's go.
Come on, Phoenix. We can watch dragons later.
I think she just smirks.
You hear kaboom, and the dragon shifts its wings. You have to get pulled away.
I miss Godric's. That's all right.
What was that?
The thing they're reenacting is the dragon from my island.
You had a dragon?
Not me personally. He was a guardian of our island. He died when the fight with Evergrey. So he has a memoriam now of a statue on our island.
And that last comment kind of touched Moore's a little deep, so he's just gonna be quiet.
Yeah. You walk in, and it's a fairly, like, it's a large tent, but it's packed. Like, along the walls, the person who's currently running this, it's like half of the tent has been severed off. So, like, there's a wall, almost like an accordion-like wall where it could separate, like, the back half of a shop and the front half. In the front half that you guys are currently walking in, there's, like, these shelves, and there are just glass jars of different tea leaves, and like herbal like packets, and like there's like so much scent in here that's like mixing together. And with your 19, Diva, you can just, that acrid smell is in here somewhere.
Do I have a direction, or just all encompassing? Just I note it.
I think because it's so concentrated with tea leaves, it's hard to tell.
Does this match the description of the place that
No.
that plant guy gave us? No.
Kristoff informed you that he remembered it being a, let's see here, I think it was blue and purple striped tent.
Mm-hmm.
Do I see that old woman anywhere?
There is an older woman currently running the shop behind the counter who's currently talking to a customer and goes, "Oh, I'll see you later, dear. Don't worry, those will do you well. It's good for the gut." Older woman, white hair with sort of a band on her forehead, sort of this diamond, not like actual diamonds, like diamond print along the sort of blue band, wearing a flowy blue dress that almost crisscrosses like a robe. Long flowy sort of sleeves with just rings along her finger. She is adorned with jewelry, just all across.
I have an idea. I need another person to go with me, though, who could probably suss something out.
I'll go with you. I was gonna ask you if I should buy tea, or am I gonna die and turn into a plant monster? But
No. We're going to buy tea, but just to see how, just to get close to her. Maybe I can see if she's the smell.
no, you can smell her, and I can check body language, I guess.
Well, me and Phoenix will go to the old lady.
Okay. You pick up a random jar or something. Head up to the front. Wait a little bit. There's a little line. You get there. Oh, good morning, dears. Oh, look what you have here. Ah, strange as heart. This one's a good one. Definitely picks you up in the morning.
Yes, would it be good for customers and divination readings?
Oh, if you're looking for that, might I recommend, pulls off thing, Nature's Wake. This one a little bit more popular with the druids, those who do readings in that nature.
I take it from her. Can I open it?
Oh, of course, yes. Smell. Let me know if you like it.
Open. Smell, but I'm actually trying to smell anything else.
Sure. Rolling perception check.
Like your advantage of helping.
She already has an advantage because.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
so we're good.
It's not gonna be that much higher. It's gonna be 15.
15. Being this close, it's still, that scent is still around. It's just not inside the jars that you're opening. It's not the product.
This tea is nice, but I was hoping for something, I don't know, tart?
Ooh, tart. You're looking for Dragon's Bomb. One of my favorites. It has actual dragon scales inside of it.
Interesting. May I shove?
Of course. And actually, the one you've chosen before, the Stranger's Heart, don't tell anyone, secret ingredient. All the teas have been soaked in succubus blood.
Interesting.
It's a perk me up. It kind of gives like a little bit of a wink.
Because people just have that, you know, in their pants.
And where
Can I insight check that statement?
I'm just kind of just like, I'm not like, interesting. And where do you get said succubus for succubus blood?
Trade secret.
Trade secret.
Above table. I'm pretty sure that's the acrid smell. But hold on.
No, I think it's a hag. I think she's smelling a hag.
I'm just
That
more
too.
of like, how dare you say you got succubus blood, and I know you're not a succubus, so.
Well, I say that because of the sense that happened with like Cain and all that. That's what I
Oh, wait for your roll.
Oh, dang. Okay. Vera's dice never rolled well for Vera, but for Phoenix it rolls great. Insights. 25.
Yes,
25?
dearest.
She does not look serious when she said that it's been drenched in succubus blood.
Behind Phoenix's too.
I just kind of look at Vera, and Vera must be Vera says this is all like she's a bullshitter, right?
Yeah, I was like, no.
Okay, tempered lowering. Okay, so how much for the dragon scale tea?
Dragon scale tea, for the whole jar, or are you looking for particular packets?
How about just 2 ounces?
Do you have anything to get rid of exhaustion?
That is a good point. Something of like a perk me up, like a bigger.
Yes, I would recommend the Triton's Breath.
Okay.
And as for 2 ounces, that'll be a gold and a silver, please.
Could we also get an ounce of the Trident's breath? Actually, can I see the Trident's breath?
Of course. She brings that over. This blue sort of tea leaves that have been sort of packed in this glass jar.
Can I sense what's in it? Because I was like, okay, are you a real tea person or are you just more bullshitting?
Roll me another perception check.
I can't help, huh? I don't know what she's trying to insight. She makes
I was actually
tea?
going to think it was going to be a help. It's going to be a 16.
16. Is your attention on the leaves or somewhere else?
For the sake of the question, we'll say on the leaves, because I know why she's trying to get it. She's trying to get it for Legati, and I'm all like, if we're going to buy this, it better work, so.
That part.
Okay. She opens it up, and it's this bright, beautiful, vibrant blue coloration of tea, like these leaves, petals, like these flower petals. They've been sort of shifted in here, and there's a heavy scent of sugar coming from it, like this sweet.
Yeah. I don't know if sugar's gonna help us, Phoenix. And I kind of just look at her.
Amber's trying not to laugh. Should we ask for something with catnip in it? Is that gonna help?
No, if I remember right, catnip makes them like chill.
I thought it made him kooky.
I don't think he needs
How are
to
you acting
chill.
right now with all of the smell of plants?
Yeah, I think I'm probably just standing in a corner and just enjoying
like-
the smell.
Yeah.
Do you have anything that's caffeinated, not Sugar.
Yeah, we don't want them to get like a crash, if that makes sense. Something that's got a little bit longevity to it, I guess.
Like a traditional black tea or a cocoa leaf base one.
Because you've rolled so many perception checks,
I'm not gonna. I know.
yeah, the only other person, I'll allow one perception check, but this has to be from Phoenix.
That's fine.
Other than that, you're on your own.
How's that? That's not very high. That's 13.
Brings you some black tea.
Shit if I know. All right. Maybe if we just mix them together.
She kind of looks and goes, it seems like you're very unsure of what you want. If you'd like, I do house, for groups and parties, I'm not sure who's with you right now, but we do house private tea samplings. It's for good for little parties and get-togethers.
You have something that can knock somebody out, like makes them sleepy, if they don't sleep well. She quickly adds a sentence.
I mean, okay, with that being said, we probably should do the samplings. So with the samplings, could we get all these teas that we're asking for?
I can bring a lot, yes. We can sample a lot of teas. It is for an hour.
How much would that be?
How many people in your party?
5.
That'd be 50 gold pieces.
Damn.
I'm looking at, not to call you Vera. Phoenix is like, worth? Something's, and I kind of was something's here, but I don't know about this person.
Yeah, I mean, I don't got shit to spend this money on anyway, other than like food. So she just gives a 50 gold.
Okay. Excuse me, everyone. We're about to host a party, a sort of private tasting. So I'll be back in an hour. And you hear some people, like, there's not like a whole bunch of people, but there are couples who, are like, oh, okay. Can I finish my purchase right now? Yes, yeah, I will. I'll take care of you right now, and then, we'll close up. I'll be with you folks in a moment. Who's sort of points you to? Anyone else I should be aware of?
The tabaxi over there, the guy in the armor, and there's a drow somewhere.
I'm also in the corner with them, just like hood up, head down. Though I will say, while they're at the counter, I'm also looking at all of the clientele.
Oh, yeah. It's a lot of, it's a mixture of middle-aged and older folk who are just like, my gut's been acting up. I think maybe this will help, or I've heard this is good for digestion. And it's one of those situations where people are coming in here for medical assistance that there's clerics in the world. You can go somewhere else.
Mike has been referencing Temple and I too much for when we tell him, take this.
It's like, drink this, eat this.
But they finish the purchases, and eventually it's only you 5 currently in the tea shop. She closes sort of the front and goes, well, I'll get a pot to boil, several, and let me show you to the private area.
Man, I like tea.
You are led into the back past these little curtains of beautiful fabric, of just multicolored fabric. You walk in, she goes, I'm really sorry. Generally people make appointments before they have the private tea sessions. So I didn't have a lot of time to clean up. So apologies for the rugs and the fabric I have so she leads you into this room that has this long circular table, like an oval. And there are wrapped rugs and carpet and other the stuff that she's been hanging from the ceiling and walls to make it look very colorful. It's kind of wrapped up in the corner. She has little bundles and piles. And she goes,
I mean, I don't care as long as the teapot's freaking clean and the cups clean.
I'm like, it's lovely that you'll take us in without an appointment.
It's been a slow day. But have yourself a seat. I'll get the hot water in just a second.
This was not on my bingo card for today, but all right.
Well, I figured 2 things. We can suss it out. At most, at minimum, we can try some lovely teas, even though, go back to the one that was hoping be energy and it's just sugar. I don't know how I feel about this.
Diva, you said you smelled something. Have you found it?
No, the tea's overwhelming me. There's something sour and like something's off, but
Maybe
I can't
it's-
pinpoint where it is.
Maybe it's her.
Legati, your feline senses kick in as a little
no.
fly is sort of like buzzing around.
Don't eat it.
I'm just watching. It's all right.
Should we just get him the catnip? Although I'm not sure that's gonna give the effect that we want.
I don't think we need Legati stone out of his gourd, but like,
Scotty, do you even like tea? We kind of got to rope in this for you.
I was trying to find you something that would get rid of the exhaustion, but then sugar water and I don't know.
You know. Just my 2 cents here. Maybe that tea is what Legati.
Be stoned out of his gourd?
No. Relax. Chill.
Morse
Yeah.
had a great sleep.
After yesterday.
I have awoken, refreshed, and enlightened.
I mean, if he was still a gnome, I'd be okay with this. I don't think any of us want to carry around a cat.
I'll
I
do
can
it.
carry him.
I'll be perfectly fine.
The fly stops on one of the bundles of rugs, and you're like, oh, just
Don't snag her stuff.
I want to grab it with mage hand.
I'm telling you guys, this is only going to get progressively worse. I say give him the tea. At the very least, we'll have a laugh.
the mage hand flings outwards, smacks where the fly was. The rug hits the ground heavy.
Sounded like a body. I mean, nothing.
No, if you actually said this, now I'm gonna be like, now I'm wondering if there is a body in it.
I smacked the rug several more times with the mage hand.
You hear from the back where like the kitchen space is, where she's currently boiling water.
Dust.
Have
Dust.
you decided on what you'd like to try for your first few teas?
Apparently something with catnip.
Can we get a blend of the black tea and the catnip?
Oh, of course. I'll just have to go to the front and get those.
That's gonna
Thank
freaking
you.
amp him.
The mage hand hitting the rug, it starts to roll a little bit, and a hand.
Oh shit! I was kidding. I was kidding.
Grab the hand, just grab the hand.
Grab it. Like, roll it back up before you
Well, we
do
were
it.
gonna roll it
What are you
back.
talking about?
I'm pulling on the hand with the mage hand, but I imagine it's attached to an arm, so I don't.
It doesn't move. It's attached to an arm.
Oh shit!
Re-roll it until she's in the front.
Do we just like book it? I don't want to drink her fucking tea if it's gonna kill me.
Well, now I need to
This
know
is
if I
obviously
need
the
body.
person they're here for. I'm gonna go over and like kick the rug to like re-roll it up to hide the hand,
Obviously, this is the person, but now I want to know why there's a body in the rug.
and I'm gonna sit back down and be like, I think we have found our individual.
Yeah, but she didn't kill Kristoff. She just made him into a plant creature.
Okay, but are you trying? Those are the same ilk. No regular tea maiden is just going to say, have my tea. If you steal it, you'll turn into a monstrosity every night.
Whoa.
There's something going on.
Whoa.
Don't
There's
drink
a
the tea,
body in
Legati.
All right, there's a body in there. I don't know if this person is responsible or not, but if they have a body wrapped up in a rug, maybe it would be the last thing.
Maybe we should go.
Well,
That's what I'm
I
saying.
have your black tea. She
Mhm.
walks in with a jar, a hot pot with a tray of cups, starts to lay it down, puts one on each in front of you. Goes, like you've requested some black tea. Put a little bit of catnip. I don't know if I've never actually had the pleasure of having tabaxican. Try that out. So please let me know if this does not work well with your system. I have a very nice blend that will calm you.
What's the calm blend? Well, we just kind of pass it along to
Me
Legati,
mouthing behind the lady.
A little bit of jasmine.
Like behind her.
I
I'm
guess
just trying
I'll
to
take
hold
a
it
small
straight
sip of the
face.
tea.
You're not a cat. You're a tabaxi. It's not affecting
Yeah.
you like that.
Yeah,
I mean,
I'm
black
just worried
tea
if
has-
they're all gonna be poisoned or something.
Yeah.
Go on,
It's very
try
good.
Good.
Yes,
I'm
yeah.
happy to hear it. If you have a very nice blend, of sort of blood orange, if you want to try.
Keep it coming.
I'll be in the
I
front.
want her to get out of the room so we can talk more.
I'll be in the front.
At this point, while they're all conversing, are there any exits outside of this like area we're in?
I mean, it is a
escape routes.
there are
Wink.
there is an entryway that goes to the kitchen, but you don't know where that leads to. There's the entrance that you guys just came in to the front, where currently she is. You are in a tent, but you see that every point has been like nailed down because this thing's supposed to be a set structure. So you would have to rip some of the fabric to get out.
Okay. I'm going to kind of make my way to the kitchen, and I'm going to do my best to try to pose like a customer with like special requests, if you will.
Okay, she's not in the kitchen.
I thought she was going there to go get.
She's going to get the teas in the front.
Okay.
Just tell her you want to try something while we go and.
Yeah. I was gonna say, like, I was wondering if she has anything to calm the nerves.
Don't drink it.
Okay. Yeah, you meet her up in front. You're
No, it's
distracted.
not for me.
It paralyzes you.
It's not for me. It's not for me. It's for a friend I have who seems to, suffer from constant anxiety and doesn't know how to chill. And I'm hoping that maybe a natural herbal remedy would be enough to calm the sense.
I think you go out into the front, where currently she is having a hard time getting a jar on the very top row, sort of where she's trying to grab the blood orange. And as you start to talk to her, she goes, oh, I can certainly change it up. Tell me more. And you are, roll me a deception check to see how well you can keep her there.
You're muted, Steve.
No charisma, gang. I lie. I have +3 charisma.
I was about to say, you are like one of our 2 charisma gangs.
What are you talking about?
Alright, fantastic. That's gonna be an unnatural 20.
A natural 20.
Nice.
Oh,
Charisma
I
gang,
think
rise up.
you might think your friend may very much enjoy Ice Giant's blend. Let me see here. Do you mind helping me out? It's on the very top row, and so starts to. She is having you here now to help her as you're currently talking about stuff. While you're distracting her, what is everyone else doing?
Oh, screw that. We're unrolling the body. I want to see what this is.
I was gonna say you should smell the other ones to see if they're also dead bodies.
I think we can just assume this place is full of dead bodies.
I want to know what body it is and of whom. Well, I guess we won't know whom, but, like, is it a normal person? Is it a guard? Like, what is this? So, unroll.
Unroll. The hand sticks out again. You start to unroll it. You get a sense that this red rug was not red.
Oh shit.
And it is an older looking man, human, probably in his late 80s. Your nose picks up a hint of like tea leaves.
Mm-mm.
Can I investigate the body?
Yeah, make me a medicine check.
Help.
Oh, wait, medicine check, so wait.
I want help.
While they're doing that, Era's also going to talk and say, alright, so I think we found our individual, right? How are we supposed to help Kristoff? Now that we know she's a murderer, what can we do?
We're supposed to undo it, but like, I don't know how you undo. I don't know how you undo it.
I don't either.
That's going to be a 16, by the way.
You start to go through the body, and there are clear signs of like blunt force trauma to the head.
So you drank the tea and she knocked
Your
him
eye
out.
shifts over to the teapot that is currently still steaming in the middle of the table, and as you start to really narrow your eyes, there's a little bit of a dent on the base.
Oh. Well, I think we know what our weapon is.
Yeah, and then you see that there are obviously like what the blood is sort of coagulating and sort of coming out. Is that as you start to unravel, a lot of the pool of blood is certainly coming from the stomach. You lift up the shirt just slightly, and there is a good chunk of flesh missing from The
Oh.
like lower than the ribs, like where the stomach is.
Fuck no. Okay.
Like cut out or like big,
Like
but like just
flayed.
a chunk of flesh.
Yo, I don't want dead people tea.
I don't
That's
think
How do we undo Kristoff's curse?
he
Well,
stole something and then he turned into a plant creature. So maybe he has to give it back. I don't know.
If we leave here, we may never find this place again. He's
Exactly.
been looking for this for a long time.
I think we need
Is there
to
any way we can
talk
get
to her?
a message to him? Send someone to him?
I'm really fast. Also,
You
could
hear-
How?
possibly
I look outside. How fast? I'm looking at like.
You look outside
Morse's
and you
tracks.
hear Morse's armored footsteps getting closer to the back room as the old woman has sort of brought you to the side, Morse,
Shit.
and goes, "Do you mind telling me which of your friends needs a little bit of calming?"
not me. I'm great. Fucking.
All right,
and-
I just looked at Errol and like, help me roll the body back.
Yeah, all right.
I'm actually gonna say it's actually a friend I have in another town. I see him regularly.
Oh,
I'm scheduled to see him in the next week and a half, so I was hoping that maybe I could take him a little gift to calm the nerves and really help him improve his what's this? Temple, what's this word I'm looking for?
mood?
No,
Emotional health.
right?
My
well-being.
life.
Yes.
Sure, I can get you a gift basket.
Oh, that would be divine. Thank you.
Walks to the back just as you guys are.
How far are we from Bordeaux? Bordeaux.
About maybe like a hour walk.
If I'm hasted, how short of a walk is it? A run. How short of a run is it? A good, what?
First and
200
foremost, I
feet?
like all of you to make me deception checks.
Oh, shit.
All of us?
Yes,
All right, excellent.
you are put. I'm assuming
No.
everyone's putting on a face of nothing's wrong.
15.
30-20.
I have a rock.
Deception. 17.
12.
She walks in.
Um,
Oh, you haven't tried any of your tea yet.
We've just been
uh,
engaged in this really deep conversation about how beautiful your rugs are.
and
Waiting for it
how
to
we're
cool
waiting
off.
for the catnip to kick in, just to see.
I
It
know
might
it
be
was
slightly
kind of a
funny.
silly. It was a silly experience. We're waiting to see if the catnip's gonna kick in on our friend over there.
Don't really want to try to create a diversion because I'm bad at all my rolls right now. I think I'll sip the tea more and say it's very good, but so far no unusual effects.
Did you roll with disadvantage?
Yes. Yeah.
You did for your 12.
Yeah.
And Diva, you said rugs.
Yes.
Roll me another deception check. This will be your disadvantage.
This with disadvantage?
No, this is the other one. You rolled. What was your original roll?
Oh,
she said-
dirty 20.
Dirty 20. So this is your second roll, and you'll take the lower.
Yeah, that's a 10.
Well, I heard that some of us need a little bit of a calming experience, especially from our friend here. Please sit down. And as she moves you, Morris, to your seat, there's a strange strength that comes to this old lady as she. You're like, holy shit. Puts you down.
In
Not
that
being-
moment, I'd like to activate Divine Sense.
What does it see?
Faith in your undead.
Yeah.
Faye
Nah.
Fiender? Faye.
I knew it! I
You
knew
guys
it!
ready to fight a hag?
No.
Yeah. So I'll sit down. Okay, we're then technically in the front of the tent, right?
No, we're in the tent.
Or in the
I think
back
we're
of the
in
tent.
In the back of the tent. Okay.
Yeah.
And there's no way out. All right, so I guess we're
Light it
gonna
on
get-
fire.
Yeah, we're in it now, Morse.
We're getting in a fight now.
I just
Puts the
maybe we-
jar.
Maybe we talk to her. Maybe we talk.
Yeah, we
The
can talk
blood
our way
orange.
out.
Maybe.
Just
Ask her
Okay.
what she wants to
Do you
undo
like
what
dirt?
happened to- yeah.
She sits down.
Look,
She sits down at the end of the table
Wait.
closest to the
We
exit.
don't know what.
Like her slander?
this is what I'm gonna do. I am not the fearless leader here. I am merely the one that has the knowledge, and I'm going to make that knowledge known in the most slyest way possible.
Yelling
And by
face.
sly, I mean direct. So as she sits me down, I notice that strength. I activate Divine Sense. I realize she's a fae, so she's obviously more than what she appears to be. So I say calmly after there's like a lull in the conversation. So how long have you been putting up this charade?
Tent. How long have you been putting up this tent?
And do you like dirt? Do you like
Sorry,
cursed
our
forest or
friend is
whatever?
very,
Dirt.
he has a very strange way of speaking. Please do not mind our friend.
got
He
hit in
meant
the
this
head.
shop. How long have you been running the shop?
That.
I just heard what just Phoenix was saying. Like,
What?
Dirt.
She
Sorry.
could like curse land dirt. It may make a good tea. I don't know.
Yeah, sorry. We just got into a fight recently, and I took one in the head that might have. I don't know. It might. Still
I also
linger.
took
I
a
don't
couple,
know.
but I am legitimately talking about dirt.
I'm gonna need everyone to roll me another deception check in Spanish. Not you, not even spoken up.
I have not said
so
anything.
bad.
Okay. I hope no one thinks I'm shitting. When I rolled, this is the third 17 I've rolled. The first one was technically
Cool.
an 18 minus 1. Then I rolled 2 flat 17s in a row.
My new dice. 19.
Am I still rolling with
You're all
disadvantage?
rolling a disadvantage. You kidding
Oh
me?
shit! This is.
Oh, man.
God damn it! I finally rolled good.
I was in that 20, please.
Oh,
Ooh,
we can roll
this
two
is-
18s.
I would also like to make it known for my friends in my audience here. This is the same die that killed me last session.
Yeah,
Oh,
well, that one's.
wow.
It's making up for it.
It's totally making up for it.
Yeah. Okay, you're luck.
Still
Diva,
19.
what'd you get?
15.
And Morse.
Yeah, that's funny. I got a 16. That was my lowest one. My other one was a 21, but no disadvantage.
She leans forward in her chair. And sort of everyone's talking at once except for one person who she sort of clocks. She looks to you, Legati. You're very, very fun and interesting friends.
They're great.
No lies to be had.
To your question, I've been here for some time. It's been a while. Helping out those who need, looking for a flavor that fits them. Maybe something that would cure what ails them.
Very generous.
Oh, there's nothing about generosity. It's business. Coin.
Wait, if you have. Oh god, this might actually lead to somewhere bad. If you're so good at finding something of tea for a person, what would you pull for us?
We're scratching the dirt. Okay.
Shut up, Phoenix.
Stands up,
Phoenix, no
looks
one wants your
toward the
dirt
kitchen.
teeth.
and he goes, I think I
You
have
don't
the
know that.
perfect blend. Motions her hand towards the kitchen, and floating via mage hand, a sort of brown sack that smells of like floral essence, like almost like the intertwined brown sack, just lands in front of her. Flicks her hand outwards, and the tea that's already been sitting in your cups disappears, and it becomes purified, just water. And throws the sack into the middle. The opening opens a little bit, and just a bunch of tea leaves start to fall out, sort of purple, very deep purple. That's my favorite.
Does it have a name?
Moondrop.
Have I ever heard of anything like that before? Specifically in the realm of poisons.
Make me a nature check.
So when
Make
you
me a
said
nature check.
when you said purple, I was like, why do I feel like this shit is
You said nature?
Make me a nature check.
Dirty 20.
You've heard stories of a flower that grows exclusively in Mosted, that is known to cause sort of nerve damage a little bit, where it causes one to become paralyzed for a long particular period of time.
Mm.
It is known for having the name Moondrop and having a deep dark purple coloration.
Are you from Mosted?
No. I
Interesting.
come from a colony a few days away.
See, I'm a sailor myself. I travel. And I've heard stories of something looks a lot like this.
Hmm.
Surely they're just stories, though. I mean, what I've heard, can be damaging if handled improperly.
It's a good thing that I'm really good at what I do.
Of course.
Try some.
I think he's
Alright.
allergic.
I will, actually. I will take it.
Real fast. We don't know what Kristoff stole, do we?
It was like a plant, right?
Yeah,
In
He
a jar.
stole, he stole like one of those air plants that don't need soil. He informed you that he stole it, picked it off one of like the strings, kept it in his room, and when he woke up, the plant was gone, and he felt the vines in his stomach, in his body.
Phoenix is just gonna interject and she's gonna maybe slap herself, but that's okay. Listen, we're just here because a little bird of ours took something from you and we're trying to undo his plant likeness. Ring a bell?
At this point, we know we're trying to call each other's bluff, so let's just call a spade a spade.
Yeah, Faye.
Worse.
My! She said call a spade a spade! I'm just doing what she says! Jeez! Why can't I do it right?
Takes a big
Yeah.
inhale, and the white hair that she has starts to straighten
Ew.
and goes all the way down her back. She starts to grow in size, till almost she has to bend down to ensure that her head does not crest the top of the tent here. Her ears start to really point outwards long, and she has a long neck. Like this strangely, like it goes on for maybe about 2 feet, 2-foot neck. Her eyes turn full black, and she's met with small little eyes that pop at the bottom, like almost insectoid. Just her fingertip starts to darken, blacken, start to extend, elongate as her elbow snaps straight, and it's just like one straight arm, and then in the middle of the forearm it snaps into an elbow piece, and then where the bicep that snaps into an elbow piece, she has like 2 elbow joints on the arm. Just it is not nice to snoop into other people's belongings.
A
We
fly
met
landed on it?
No offense was intended.
That.
And we don't mean trouble.
Whereas we're not here to be in your business. We're just here to try to help a friend.
We're actually here to make amends.
You mentioned a thief.
Unfortunately, yes.
Very little thieves. But do you know what he looks like?
Blonde, right? Kristoff is blonde.
I've seen golden hair.
He doesn't look so blonde at night, but yeah, that's the one.
I might be able to help, but unfortunately what I do have is not with me. Question is, though, you want me to do this for me? What could you do from... You want me to do that for you. What could you do for me?
Well, actually, we're trying to do it for you so that you can get your thing that he stole back. And in return, to show your generosity, you can undo what you did to him, and then everybody will be happy again. You can go back to selling herbs and teas and buying products, and we can be on our merry way.
And by generosity, he does mean fair and equal business.
It's a shame, though, that I'm not in the trinket business anymore. Lost some, I guess. I don't know. I'm not good with paperwork. But I found that this gentleman, and sort of motions her finger, and the rug that you were looking at falls to the ground and unravels as it body shows. He was up on his paperwork. So now I'm in the tea business. Why would I want a little trinket?
So what do you actually want?
I want to see all those happy faces who leave my shop, and they leave behind those shiny, shiny pieces of gold, and how they twinkle and shine. Have you seen and heard the sound they make when they land in a pile? Glorious.
So you want gold? That it?
Diva, did you have to end that sentence that way?
Yeah, in the background going.
Oh, I was expecting she wanted our blood, okay?
But I
Don't
am a
offer
little,
it.
Don't give her ideas!
I'm a little homesick, fiendish Ken. It's been so long since I've been home in the colony. Who here is familiar with the Shaded Village?
I was gonna say, are any of us?
Is that one of the places I was when I was east of the mountains? You're not supposed to go east of.
You never really made it to the Shaded Village. You used to explore the
Okay.
northern side of Jorgenkiln.
Yeah, I think I say I've been in the area, but never made it as far as the village itself.
Oh, it's a beautiful place.
Wish I had the map in front of me. Would I be?
Do
The
you
little
not have
pink-
the map? I can. No, the map's in front
The
of you.
map's up. It's the little
Oh.
pink cluster. You might have to refresh.
Looking at it, trying to remember brain right now.
If you can escort me back home to my colony, I will break whatever bond your friend has with me.
Look at that. We were on our way out anyway.
Well, how do we know that you'll be true to your word and break whatever bond you have with him as soon as we get you there? What's to stop you from getting to your home colony and then turning against us? Not really much of a guarantee now, is it?
Not much of a guarantee that you'll fix a friend without my help anyways.
Well,
So it seems like we're on a stalemate.
well, I mean, okay. I apologize to the party ahead of time. I'm so sorry.
Oh,
No.
I don't. What's he doing? What?
What's
Morse.
the express? Wait, what's the expression on that one show that was on that cable network, right? In the season 1, where like there was a reference to a dragon, and they kept on saying, "Don't wake the dragon." Well, they're waking the dragon right now.
Mors, if you do something stupid, I will hit you.
Yeah, I can stun you. Your deck sucks.
I have health.
Stun means you stay in place.
Okay. Meta
Pissing off
talk.
the
Meta
fiends,
talk.
Pissing
Okay.
off the Fae.
I know.
Meta talk.
Please, let's not do this
everybody.
again.
Like, the Fae just wants to go home. That doesn't sound that unreasonable.
No, hold on. We're hitting start. We're going to the pause menu. Okay. I'm just saying, if we kill her here and now,
No.
then the bond is broken.
No.
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 How do you guys know that?
You don't.
Look, if we're talking above table,
Yeah, we're above you.
I know a
The
thing or two
dimension-
about hags. It's not gonna go well. It won't go well. You don't.
It won't
You don't
go
want this
well,
one.
and
You don't
Phoenix
want
just
this one.
watched 2 people she really cares about die, and she might kill
Yeah.
one to save the other one.
Yeah, we got almost wiped yesterday by 2 regular ass people. Like, this is a full thing.
It's already bad enough for making deal with the Fae. That's bad enough. At least this sounds simple. We know it won't be, but it sounds simple.
So
I
okay,
will say-
so again, we do this. We escort her, and then she goes back on her word. What? do
No,
we-
they
it's
can't.
a. It,
They can't. That's the thing about Faye, is if she makes a deal and makes it with wording that she can't get out of, no loopholes, no legal loopholes, then she has to fulfill her word. Because Faye are equal exchange. That's why they don't do things with generosity. She's not generous, she's getting something out of it.
That means more, so you gotta use your legal brain.
Yeah, we gotta have our lawyer friend in on this. Come on, boys.
Josh, please help.
She's
Fine.
not. It's tricky, but we can do it. Also, wait, but don't we have to also
leans
rob a
forward.
library?
I mean, we have other things in line, so I'm curious if she's willing to wait.
She just leans forward sort of to get back into the scene.
All right, we
Yes.
hit pause again. We're going.
Escort me back to my home, unarmed or unharmed, and I will break the bond with your friend.
What kind of collateral do you offer up to make sure you'll be good on your word?
Only the best kind. Reaches down, throws a sack, lands on the table, and you hear the clattering of coin.
When you say break the bond, what does that mean exactly?
Insight check, whatever the fuck's about to come out of her mouth.
I love collections. When I was in the knick-knack business, plants of all sorts, little wooden toys, little pictures and drawn and illustrations. And now look at me. Large tent with all these beautiful tea leaves made of different sorts and kinds. And I treat my tethers very much the same way. I love pulling at their strands sometime, seeing if it's still taut. And the one with your friend is still there. It's fun to just pull the string sometime and watch him change. Just to remind him that he did me wrong.
So, you mean to say if you are to break this bond, he will no longer transform? And he will remain as a person, not as a plant creature?
A living person, I thought.
Himself specifically.
Just throwing a bunch of caveats.
18 on the insight.
I'll tell you what the 18 says after her answer. She kind of gives a huff. There's a roll of the eye, which is hard to tell. It's a lot of the head motion because it's all black. Just equal exchange. Plant is back to me. Person is back to you. And with an 18, doesn't seem like she's. There doesn't seem to be a lie in that response.
But she said person back to you.
Hmm?
So that could
you keep the
be-
flesh and bone. You keep the body and the person and whoever they used to be and whatever they are. And I take
Lie.
away that plant.
Alright.
We have a couple jobs we have to take care of. Do you mind waiting?
Not as long as I continue to make money.
We won't hurt your tea business. You may continue to make tea.
Oh, I was planning on it regardless of your approval.
Figured that
Dark
part.
evil eyes at her.
You have very fun and interesting friends, Mr. Tabaxi.
I just want Legati to smile like that, like.
Smile and tip the hat. We're quite a group.
How much for an ounce of your moon drops?
It's for sampling, not buying. It's a shame you didn't try.
Indeed.
I think maybe our hour should be cut short.
Yep, all full on tea. Let's go.
Arrow will actually pull a gold coin out from his pocket and lay it on the table. for your good tidings.
She reaches over and a hand presses against your chest. Morse. She pulls it away. There's a little gift bag of some light white and blue tea leaves. Calm your friend's nerve, and a little extra for you lot too. Could certainly use a breath.
Generous. Here we go now.
Thank you, madame, and we bid you adieu.
As you walk past, you say, Madame. Misumina. Misumina. You begin to walk past. And you guys make your way out of the tea shop.
Well, could have went better. Could have went worse.
Almost died. Hags. How so?
Let's just do what we need to do. Get the plant from Kristoff and get this handled promptly.
Do you want to do this before or after the dirt?
Let's just go turn in the damn dirt.
Yeah, we're carrying around dirt. We don't need it.
Extra weight.
Turn it into money.
You're right, Mr. Tabaxi.
And then
Oh,
what about the Ayun job we were offered?
I kind of don't want to fuck with that, to be honest. It feels like Tabin's making us do her dirty work.
Well, no. Never
It's
mind.
for something in return, and if it's a place of knowledge, I would like to see it.
I just don't want to go up against the forward guard again, because something tells me that's connected.
Something tells me we probably can't avoid that one. Eventually, they're going to pop up again.
Making your way back to the stone steps, close to one of those tight alleyways where the door opens, or where like doors open, like almost hitting each other. Like it's that tight of sort of buildings here. The way we phrased this last time was, when you got sort of the dirt job, as we're calling it, it was when you were at Model Pier, and the understanding was that you were going to go do that and then give it to Joshua Haynes, who was then going to turn it in your behalf. But because we went straight to Outslock, we kind of retroactively said that he informed you where you can locate the person to turn in the dirt yourselves if you ever choose to just go Outslock first. And so what we find is you sort of reaching into your bags, finding the old instructions, and going towards where a lot of these doors and hallways and rooms and sort of like these like little apartment spaces. It's like such a tight, full-on, like if the Bronx got smashed together. It's so ever so tight. Looking at the instructions, trying to find the right door, you eventually find there is sort of this wooden placard against one of the doors that reads a couple of names, and then finally one of them reads Daniel Burnstop, which is the same person you were informed to find. The front door is not unlocked. Try it, and it's a hallway, like almost like an apartment complex where you can walk down a hallway and see numerous doors on either side. And it's one of the things where like there's an older woman who currently is like checking her mail, and you have to like squeeze by her. It's such a tight hallway. And at the very end, you see that there is on a nail with sort of this rope, this little placard that just reads Mr. Burnstop's office at the very end of the hallway.
I hope he likes dirt. We go to his office, get our bags of dirt out, our various we give him what we need to get paid, but I think maybe I was going to keep a small amount for
I like to keep my
future
little jar.
experimentation.
I was
We had, like-
that before we go into the office.
Yeah,
right?
before we go into the
Yeah, I mean, I know Moore's has a fairly big one that like no reason to carry around this dirt anymore. We can just hand it off.
Okay. Knock on the door. Oh yeah, you knock on it and you hear, "Hey, listen, mate. I'm sorry, but you have to wait until the contract job's finished before I can." Door opens. "Listen, I told you once and... Oh, hello." And standing below, smaller form, halfling man, sort of middle age, deep brown hair that's been pulled back that sort of almost connects with the sideburns to like this big bushy beard. He wears sort of like this thick overcoat with sort of a white shirt underneath and sort of green shorts and sort of these heavy boots. Look like almost not pushes you, but like is clearly leaning forward and looks left and right and go, "Aye, okay, you're not who I was yelling at. Hi, how can I help you?"
Phoenix nudges Legati.
I gesture at the bag of dirt that Moore's is holding. Says, yes, we recently took a job in Model Pier to go investigate some potentially dragon-touched dirt. We were told to bring it to you for payment. Here is some dirt.
"Oh, grand. I was expecting Mr. Haynes, but delivery's a delivery. Hey, come on in. I'll show you around. Food, drink, anything you need."
I just had some tea. I think.
Yeah, you
Think
walk
we're
in.
good.
I won't speak for everyone if anyone's hungry.
It's a small little office that
Yeah.
he has to like push a couch to the side so he can actually step in. There's maybe 2 stools in this entire space alongside the couch. But what takes the majority of this office is this gigantic wooden table that full on goes flush, like this circular oval table that goes flush with the floor. He ends up climbing on some of these like step up stools and stairs, presses down in the middle, and something mechanical opens and it starts to like almost retract. And there are little compartments of earth, and there is like utensils and tools. There are things behind him where it looks like magnifying glasses and test tubes and other like things for his job. He goes, "I'm sorry, I rarely get visitors. It's nice to host. Do you want something to eat?" And sort of opens a cabinet and goes, "You don't want anything to eat. Okay." Already feeling like, nope, I need to throw that out. Oh yeah, sample. Mind? Sort of takes
Morse.
it.
It should be fine, yeah.
He goes, "Ooh,
Giant bag of dirt.
it's still warm. That's nice."
Wouldn't hold fire next to it.
Okay, I'll keep that in mind. Starts to pour out some of it in some of the like little, like there's little boxes and sectors, little dividers here. Look at this. This will do nicely. It might take me a bit to send my findings to the Crown, but in the meantime, I believe it was 1,000 gold pieces for the job. So 1,000 pieces it should be. Okay. Under the mattress. Right. Brings out a little bag of gold. Lays it down. 1,000 pieces for the job.
What are you gonna do with it? Just study it?
Oh yeah, we're gonna study it. Yeah, lumber is very important. It's an important resource for the crown. And felt that it was a long time now for the body to decay. Apparently, yeah, no, decay.
Decay. There's more to that though. I think.
Decay with
It
an
is
asterisk.
just bones. We believe that exposure to fire could cause
Like
the
a
dragon to
resurrect
return.
itself.
Oh,
we took the
that's-
liberty of separating the head from the rest of the body as much as we could accomplish, but can't guarantee that'll work.
I will ask the crown and then do a demolition crew. Something to break it apart.
Good
to
idea.
know. Let's see here. But no, we'll clean up the rest. You know, that's sort of the goal, is to clean up what's here and allow the forest to grow. You know, allow lumberjacks to clear out larger trees and older ones so that young ones can grow.
Never-ending change sounds wonderful.
I never heard it put in such a way, but sure. That's nice. And along the wall, there are two things that look very familiar because of the occurrences, how this happened. There is several of these like hanging vials on strings that are currently nailed to the wall, and with like little post-it notes and details like around like his findings. One of them looks like a very familiar plant that you literally just encountered. A little moondrop currently hanging. And another one that looks also eerily familiar. This softly glowing grass that is giving off this green glow, like the gazing pool water. He starts to mess with a few things.
Where'd you get that? And I point to the glowing one.
Oh, interesting find. A very rare sample coming from the land of beasts and voices. It's strange. The glow is obviously magical. It gives off essence of the grazing pool water, but it's brighter. So I'm trying to figure out why that is.
I'm wondering if I do a cantrip if it glows more or not.
You do a cantrip, and much like the gazing pool water, especially when it's purified, it doesn't glow,
Okay.
but immediately the grass starts to grow at an alarming rate.
Ooh.
Oh.
I'll stop doing that.
You turn it off, and it's just sort of a little bit of grass, a little tuffet is kind of like leaning over. What'd you do?
She does it again.
And it starts to track on and off.
Likes magic.
We've encountered similar things and have found that they react to minor magic.
Interesting. All right. Well, this was taken from the land of beasts and voices. Don't want to be in the middle of a forest and casting a spell, do you?
No.
Legati imagines how cool that would be.
I was like,
Doesn't-
maybe you do. Like, I guess
The
depends
whole
on what you're looking
forest.
for.
Yeah.
Good to know. Starts to get like a pen and paper, starts to write down his findings. Minor magic, big change. Huh. Grand. Oh, anyways, 1,000 gold pieces, appreciate it. Anything here that Mr. Bonestop can help you with?
Kristoff doesn't have the plant anymore, right? It disappeared and became
Part
in
of him.
or
Yeah.
whatever. Did we actually tell her that we would bring a plant, like bring it back
No.
to her?
No, you did not
Okay,
promise that.
that's not a requirement of the bargain then.
I think we said
alright.
we would, and then she said it like poofed back to her or whatever the hell.
She
Yeah.
simply said, like, why would I want it back?
Yeah.
That's not a good exchange.
I have a couple of questions, unless anybody else has something.
Go for it.
I don't know how, so this guy's some sort of government official, a government adjacent official.
It seems like he has an expertise, and I don't remember the name of the study, but there is not like a botanist, but there's someone who studies soil samples.
Okay.
And it looks like because this is such a niche interest and expertise, he's been contracted. He's more just an independent contractor who's been.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So he couldn't, for example, give us a license to go over the mountains we're not supposed to go over.
You don't know.
All right, I will say, have you ever got any soil samples or similar things from beyond the Shoulder Grip Mountains, from in the Jorgenkilm Forest or anywhere around there?
Oh, I had a few of it once. It was where we learned that a lot of a lot of soil came with monster remains. So we kind of figured that was a dangerous place. I might have old samples. He pulls out an old document, sort of like a manila folder, and it has almost affixed to it, almost like a paper clip, of you get a clear view of a registered pass from the kingdom to allow passage into Jorgenkilm, but he flips it over and starts to show he thinks you're more interested in the samples and the details of what would have learned instead of how to get there. But you see that, and he starts to flip through pages, and he's like, I don't personally have animal facts and monster facts, but he starts to go run down just random details. But it seems like it is a possibility, and this person has at least done it once.
Yeah, I think Legati will make some comments about how impressive the finds are and how interesting they are, and he is legitimately, he does think it's interesting. But priorities, just say, I noticed you must have had a pass to go into that territory. We're as you can see by the dirt, we're in the business of exploring and procuring things. Are any chance, do you have any recommendations for us getting such a pass?
Oh, what you have to get recognized by more than likely the Lumbers Guild. A lot of the plant matter, especially when it comes to the forest, it's kind of ran through them. Recognized by that. I do have some connections if you wish. If there's ever a need, that's when generally the crown reaches out to you for a pass. Sort of unclips the one he has, and he goes, I've kept it as a little memento. Because, how often do you get into Jorgenkilm?
Right. Is it obviously out of date or stamped all over or whatever the thing he has?
Same.
It doesn't have it has an official seal, but the seal doesn't have a date in it. There is a written actual period, this date between this date, written in ink.
When's the end date?
It's already expired.
Okay.
Didn't I wrote it down, Gordon Bixby, the Lumber Guild guy, join the Potters Guild?
I don't remember if he liked it or didn't.
I thought he did.
Gordon Brigsby. Let me double check the announcement. I know the Actors Guild, and let me double check if he's part of the Lumbers. He is a part of the Lumber Association. No, they did not join the Potters Guild. They actually separated.
Oh, okay.
I point out the moon drop is you made it to the Shaded Village.
Oh, no! He puts the manila fold down. He goes, no. So this is a rare find from Mustard. Actually, it's near extinct by now. It apparently used to grow exclusively at the Tri-Tip Mountains found in the domain of Mustard. But apparently, several years back, there was an explosion that kind of ruptured a lot of the plant life there.
Phoenix is just smiling.
So, a lot of what's being found now in terms of the moon drop, it's, first of all, very poisonous. Don't touch it.
Is it in Miles' book?
Oh, you do have a book? Yes. Yeah. You would know it then.
Okay. I think she'll be nice. She'll show him what Miles has written about the moon drop.
Yeah, he is just, oh my god, full on engrossed in it.
I need it back.
I can't borrow it?
While I'm standing here, how quickly can you write?
Not that quickly, but and get lost in a good book.
It is from Mostad. Not used for great purposes.
Hmm.
Apparently not just mustard.
Yeah.
Well, a lot of what you'll find nowadays, if you find a moondrop, it's probably
Poison.
I would say so, yeah.
It's a neurotoxin.
Would there be any plants in the Jordan doors that this crown might want? Just some purpose, because we're looking to travel over there.
No, there might be. There's some very there are certain plants that carry healing properties, specifically when it comes to removing ailment. But generally, those are only done so, and it is kind of a bullshit thing. But of course, it only happens whenever the important folks need it.
Of course.
Right? Am I right? Yeah.
Just sounds like we need to go flower picking.
I mean, if someone's sick, if there's a higher up who's sick, and they request it, there's a better chance of getting approval.
It might not be a bad idea to try to make friends with the crown.
Diva.
What? I didn't say I want to make. I'm more enthused that we made friends with Tea Merchant. Can't we go pick? So we have to take her through anyways. Can't we have say we're going to go find exotic teas?
Yeah.
Friends with
In the shape of healing plants. I don't know the difference, do you?
Well, I wish I could stay and read this book constantly. That'd be nice.
How fast? I just gave it to
It's
you
not
for that
gonna. I
moon
can't. It's not gonna take an
If she
hour.
if she leaves the book with you, can you connect us with somebody who can possibly connect us to the crown?
Yeah.
For 24 hours, I'm attached to that thing.
Sure. I can. You allow that? I can bring you in contact with Gordon Brigsby.
Sure.
All right, grand. Starts to write down details, sort of almost like a letter recommendation. Your purpose to go into Jorgenkill, Mister. You said pick tea flowers
Yes.
Yes.
for someone important. I'm gonna work with you. This has to be. It's gonna be hard.
Her
to say.
name-
We are going to go
Nina.
pick tea to create a health tonic for future use of ailment. Help me out here, guys.
I thought we were doing it for the tea keeper, but that works.
I mean, the tea keeper is going to be the provider.
Hmm.
Oh, I guess I shouldn't do air quotes.
I am ignoring that. Let's see here. Gordon Brigsby signed here.
Just put expedition for benefits of the crown. That sound good?
Short, simple. Good luck.
I want my book back, because if you don't, I will punch you.
Please don't threaten. Hands you the slip of paper. And just for my own sake, before we end today's session, where do you head to?
Before
We
we
got
get
the
to any
gold,
of that,
right?
I have a question. Does he hand the book back?
Well, I told him 24 hours.
Okay. I didn't hear it, and I'm like, wait, so he kept the book?
For now.
I still think we should do Tavin's job.
Well, I mean, Arrow did recently die. I'm fine doing it for Arrow's sake.
Well,
It's what Arrow
Yeah.
would have wanted.
that's not. I'm just saying, if we're going to a place filled with knowledge, there could be good things there. And she said we can keep what we can take.
I'm not against the idea, because I wasn't there for that one. Fill me in on which god this is, or who we would be potentially offending.
Ayun,
Sayus.
the knowing mother. A knowledge domain goddess.
And there are traps.
Moors have a problem with this.
I mean, I haven't devoted myself to a particular god beyond like what I hope to be Lathander because he is the light of justice. But no, not really.
All right, flexibility. That's appreciated. Okay. We could do that job, and then presuming we're not almost dead, hustle out of town. No, we need a pass. We don't need a pass. There are-
Anyway.
I mean,
Yeah,
we don't need the pass, but the pass would be helpful.
I don't know if she, the probable hag, had a way past the mountains, or
You're-
she just hadn't thought of that.
You're also, well, that's discussion that hasn't been had yet, but you
Yeah.
also, Legati, have a way over to the mountain. It is guarded, but less so than other passages, because that's how you used to travel that way.
Yeah. Yeah, could do that. I mean, if we could just get a legit pass, it would make things easier.
You have several ways to get into Jorgen Kiln. You know, there's some ways to go in there. It's up to you how you want to tackle it.
We could. I mean, if Arrow wants to go do the tavern job right now, it certainly is wonderful to get a bunch of money and potential magical items. That's always appreciated.
I mean, that sounds less painful than making friends with the crown.
No, we'll do that one.
Phoenix does laugh at that.
That's the world we live in.
Maybe
Oy.
we'll get a magic item that, like a friend making hat of friendship or something.
No,
It's possible, right?
no.
If we get enough money, pool it together.
Right.
Tavern does have a portable hole. I'm just saying, if it's big enough to fit maybe a crown's guard or two.
Lots of potential uses.
Big
Or a
stuff.
rabbit.
Or a rabbit.
Oh,
Or a rabbit.
I did make her
so
a
should-
promise.
You promised something to the rabbit?
No, to do something, I'm pretty sure.
She looked at me when you dropped Arrow, and I said, I will kill you for that.
I suggest you leave her alone.
A promise is a
Personal.
promise. I didn't say when.
Nasty business.
So, Tavern's job, possibly find pass, or Legati's super secret hideaway path.
Hey, get my
I'm fine
book
with
back
that.
one way or another. It's the last thing I got of that crazy old bastard.
Okay. You collect your things, and do you? I mean, you were given instructions to where to find Ayun's library. Do you head straight there, or are you going to like tavern first, or?
We could scope it out.
Okay. We'll rejoin you guys as we start to scope out and learn more about Ayun's hidden library, as well as the secrets that you know for certain hide underneath the secret underground library that is located within the religious district, so outside of the walls of the kingdom. And we'll see what happens there next time. So until then, bye.